Brevik and Bjorn were being held by Novus Ordo in one of their hideouts. Obadeth continued with the brutal interrogation, wondering why Brevik was so intent on keeping Ukabil from him.
You're just a mercenary, are you not? How is this worth it to you?
We got paid to do a job. If the job calls for delivery of a gauntlet, I'm not giving it to anyone.
Respectable, I suppose. When this is over, I hope I don't have to kill you.
Obadeth struck Brevik in the head and he lost consciousness. Rescue of the church. Meanwhile, the rest of our heroes had arrived at Silver Bluff and began to plan on how to rescue their friends from Novus Ordo. They walked to the west side of Silver Bluff and scouted out the church. The Leathergut snuck into the side of the church and saw Brevik tied up in a chair. However, his exit was less than stealthy, and Obadeth saw him leave. He returned to the group to strategize, but as they were taking their sweet time, a flame strike emanating from the window slammed into them. Darga ran to the front entrance as Wick approached from the window. A melee ensued inside the church with Obadeth, Darga, and the undead Jun battling it out. Wick fired his cannon into the melee as Akuta unleashed Eldritch Blast at Obadeth, who used shield to stop them. Badface Inferno continued to duel as Wick broke the chair holding up Brevik. Darga felt Obadeth's wrath as Turin appeared and compelled Badface to a duel. Darga rallied and rolled away from the undead giant before effortlessly carrying Brevik to safety. Seeing the cluster of enemies, Tud chucked all of his dynamite into the fray, hurting most of Novus Ordo and himself in the process. Chim made it a combination maneuver by following up with a lightning bolt as Harem. The scout fired on him with her rifle. The spell drew the ire of the skeletal giant who descended on Chim, only to be thwarted by his shield and a nearby pillar. The chaotic melee continued as Badface unleashed necrotic energy from his Asturian shard, gravely wounding Turin. Nearby, Chim followed this with a blast of energy from his hands, toppling the skeletal giant. Not to be outdone, Obadeth easily parried attacks from Badface as he struck down Vod and injured Akuta. The gang was optimistic about the tide of battle until they saw the wizard, Grunch, appear from the corner and summon a new skeletal giant. Before anyone could react, dynamite planted much earlier by Wick fired the house, destroying most of the church and collapsing the roof on both groups. As the dust settled, Obadeth once again spoke directly to Chim, hoping to reason with him.
This is not worth dying, Chim, I assure you. You are trying to earn a payday from a trinket collector. I am trying to save the planet with Ukabil.
Yeah, right? You'll say anything to take this from us?
The fight continued as Badface fell to Turin and Wick healed Bjorn. Chim fired another lightning bolt at Obadeth, who weathered it easily. Obadeth picked up Turin and Thunder stepped away, blasting Badface and Akuta with electric energy. The skeletal giant strode forward and took down Badface with an enormous club attack. Chim launched another fireball which Thrunch tried to counter but couldn't, after which Obadeth once again tried to reason with him.
You know what? Fine. We're winning anyways. Let's hear it, big guy.
Both sides patched up their wounded as more explosions from Wick's dynamite could be heard in the distance. They gathered and Obadeth used a teleport shard to transport them somewhere else. Andrea Menitra and the True History of Dolban. Obadeth had teleported them to Novus Ordo's main base of operations. They entered a circular room with a large reflective pool in the middle. Obadeth used the pool to project and narrate a series of memories of his about Dolban's true history.